Check 1 2. Check 1 2. We are coming to you live from the McPherson Academic and Athletic Complex here on the beautiful campus of the University of Mount Union. You are tuned into NCAA tournament basketball here on the live stream Sweet 16 action with a spot in the Elite Eight on the line, a doubleheader here this evening. As the first game tonight will feature the Rowan Profs taking on the Wisconsin-Oshkosh Titans here with a spot in the Elite Eight up for grabs. Hello everyone, my name is Jacob Attar. Glad to be with you here this evening for both games, as they should be some great ones. We had a great first weekend here at the University of Mount Union, and we're looking forward to another great weekend of some men's hoops so far starting tonight. First, we will take a look at the Rowan Profs. Rowan comes into the Sweet 16 24-5 overall, 16-2 in their conference, as they were the NJAC champions from this past season. It is the Profs' 15th tournament appearance in school history, first Sweet 16 appearance since 1998, as the school were the 1996 national champions. They've made the Final Four 4 times in their school's history. As so far, getting up to this point, they won their first round matchup against Cal Lutheran last weekend, 83-77, and followed that with an 83-72 victory in the round of 32 against Utica. In that matchup against Utica, Andrew Seeger led the way with 23 points and 10 rebounds, while Marcellus Ross added 18 points. Jazir Knoll added 14 points and 10 rebounds, as the Profs out-rebounded Utica 46-33, shot 53% from the floor, and held Utica to 34% shooting, as the Profs also scored 44 points in the paint in the victory. Jazir Knoll stars for this squad. He averages 19.9 points per game and 8.1 rebounds per game. Knoll was named the NJAC Co-Player of the Year and first-team member. Andrew Seeger is not far behind him, however. Seeger averaged 14 points per game and 7.4 rebounds per game this season for the Profs, as Seeger was named to the All-NJAC second team. Marcellus Ross averages 14.5 points per game for the Profs this season. He and Connor Dickerson were All-NJAC honorable mention this past season. As for the Profs, they're a high-powered offensive squad, ladies and gentlemen. They average around 92 points per game, allowing around 79 points per game. And so far in this NCAA tournament, Jazir Knoll has led the way for the Profs through their first 2 games, averaging 21.5 points per game to go along with 12 rebounds. Not far behind him, however, is his partner Andrew Seeger, who's averaging 18 points per game and 8 rebounds per game so far for the Profs. Marcellus Ross is averaging 15 points per game and 4.5 rebounds per game throughout the first 2 games for Rowan so far in this tournament. And taking a look now at Wisconsin-Oshkosh, the Titans come into tonight's matchup 23-6 overall, 13-1, hailing from the Wisconsin Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, as they were the WIAC runner-ups from this past season after falling to Whitewater in the WIAC championship. Oshkosh earned an at-large bid to this year's NCAA tournament. It's the 12th tournament appearance for the Titans. They were the 2019 national champions and were also runner-ups in 2018. So this is a program with recent success as of late. So far, their first 2 contests last weekend resulted in a win 86-58 over Fontbonne. Followed that up with a second-round victory over Hope, 51-50, where in that victory, Will Mahoney led the way with 23 points and 9 rebounds off the bench. Levi Borchert added 12 points and 11 rebounds as the team shot 35% from the floor and held Hope to 35% shooting as well. Levi Borchert was named the back-to-back WIAC Player of the Year, averaging 15.3 points per game and 11 rebounds per game. Matt Lewis was named the Coach of the Year, while Eric Peterson was named to the All-WIAC team as well as the All-Defensive team. Hunter Plowman also joined the All-WIAC team, while Quinn Steckbauer was honorable mention. The team so far, through their first 2 postseason games, have been led by Will Mahoney in scoring at 17 points per game and 5.5 rebounds. Levi Borchert averages 12 points per game and 13 rebounds per game after that last weekend, as this is a very defensive squad, giving up just 62.7 points per game. So it should be a great matchup here tonight. We're going to take a short break here on the live stream for the national anthem, then be back for starting lineups between Oshkosh and Rowan. And we are back here on the men's basketball live stream, getting you ready for our first Sweet 16 matchup here this evening, featuring the Wisconsin-Oshkosh Titans against the Rowan Profs. Let's take a look at the starting lineups here tonight. First for the Titans. The Titans are led by head coach Matt Lewis, and their starting lineup consists of the senior guard from Batavia, Illinois, number 0, Eric Peterson. The senior guard from Appleton, Wisconsin, and Xavier High School, number 2, Hunter Plowman. The sophomore forward from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and Wisconsin Lutheran High School, number 12, Jonah Reinfleisch. The senior guard from Merrill, Wisconsin, number 20, Quinn Steckbauer. And lastly, rounding out the starting 5 is the 2-time reigning WIAC Player of the Year, the senior forward from Kimberly, Wisconsin, number 30, Levi Borchert. And now taking a look at the starting lineup here this evening for the Rowan Profs, who are led by head coach Joe Crispin, who's in his 7th season at the helm here at Rowan. Their starting lineup consists of the junior forward from Ocean Township High School in Ocean Township, New Jersey, number 1, Andrew Seeger. The junior guard from St. Joseph's Hamilton High School in Sicklerville, New Jersey, number 2, Marcellus Ross. The senior guard from Moorestown High School in Marlton, New Jersey, number 3, Connor Dickerson. The senior guard from Paul VI High School in Abaco, from the Abaco, Bahamas, number 5, DeAndre Vilmar. And lastly, rounding out the starting 5 is the NJAC Co-Player of the Year, the junior forward from Woodbury High School in Woodbury, New Jersey, number 11, Jazeer Knoll. A spot in the Elite 8 is on the line. The winner of tonight's matchup will face the winner of North Park and Mount Union, who will do battle right after this game with a 7:45 tip-off there. As the University of Mount Union chosen to host this pod of games. Should be some great action here tonight, as we'll keep you updated from all across Division III hoops. A busy night here with the spots in the Elite 8 on the line. Oshkosh in their all-black uniforms here this evening, while Rowan is in their all-whites. As both teams are going to get set here, Jonah Reinfleisch will jump for Oshkosh, and Andrew Seeger will jump here tonight for Rowan. As the ball here is up, and the opening tip is won by the Titans. We are underway here at the MAC. It's Borchert on the wing here. Borchert swings it over in the corner to an open 3 from Hunter Plowman, and that's how we get the scoring starting here tonight. Hunter Plowman, deep from downtown, makes it 3-0 Oshkosh. Let's see what response at the other end from the Profs here, as a layup is up and no good by DeAndre Vilmar. A rebound to the Titans. Plowman now with it. He gives it up to Steckbauer. Steckbauer now swings it over to Eric Peterson, back over to Plowman. Plowman will swing it back up top now as he looks to move the ball around the perimeter. It's back over to Plowman, who steps into another 3 here. Couldn't get it to go, but draws the whistle. It's a foul on the 3-point attempt by number 5, DeAndre Vilmar. It'll be Vilmar's first, team's first. And Hunter Plowman will head to the line now for 3 shots. So Plowman will get set here from the free throw line. First one's up and good, makes it 4-0 Oshkosh. First 4 points tonight for Plowman. Second free throw is up, and that one's short. So score will remain 4-0 here in favor of the Titans. As Plowman gets set for free throw number 3. And that one rims in, so 2 for 3 from the line that time. It's now 5-0 Oshkosh. First 5 points of the night to Plowman. It's here at the other end. Rowan looks for the response. Jazeer Knoll spins out of the trouble right there, swings it over to Dickerson. Dickerson with the extra pass up top. It's a 3-pointer that's no good right there by Marcellus Ross. A rebound to Oshkosh. So the Titans coming the other way with it now. It's Plowman on the perimeter. He gives it up to Ryan Fleisch. Ryan Fleisch now swings it over to Peterson. Peterson looks to drive baseline here. He's cut off. Now swings it back out. Around the perimeter up top, they go to Plowman once more. Plowman will step into yet another three here. That time it's no good. A rebound to Vilmar. Rowan looking to get on the scoreboard here as Vilmar goes coast to coast to the rim for two and gets it to go on the profs, or on the scoreboard now. It's 5-2 in favor of the Titans. So Steckbauer now with it, swings it up top to Ryan Fleisch. And Ryan Fleisch gives it up to Plowman. Plowman now swings it back up top to Steckbauer, now down low inside to Borchert. Borchert cross court over to Plowman. Great ball movement here. This is now Peterson who looks to drive into the paint, goes up for the layup, can't get it to go. A whistle, and they'll say it's last off Peterson. Great defense there by the profs. It'll be Rowan basketball. So Rowan looking to trim the deficit here or tie things up. As up top they go to Seeger. Seeger now looks to put the moves on his defender, goes up for the layup, gets it to go. Silky smooth right there from Andrew. Seeger gets to the rim for two, cuts the deficit down to one. It's now 5-4 Oshkosh, 17:32 left to go in this first half. Plowman now with it. Looks to weave his way through the zone here. Now gives it up to Steckbauer. Steckbauer over to Peterson, back over to Plowman. Plowman now back up top he goes to Peterson. Peterson looks to drive, swings it out up top to Steckbauer, who fires up the three, and he knocked it down. Quinn Steckbauer from downtown makes it 8-4 Titans. Second three-pointer so far tonight for the Titans, and they come up with the steal at the other end. It's Plowman now with it. He looks to drive into the paint. He's cut off here, though, by some nice defense from Dickerson. Goes into the fadeaway, can't get it to drop. Rebound, Jazeer Knoll. Knoll tried to push the ball up the floor here, but he's fouled from behind. That foul's going on Plowman. That'll be his first, team's first. So it'll be out of bounds now from the sideline here for Rowan. The inbound here now as Seeger has it up top. He looks to drive into the paint. He's cut off here and lost possession. A steal by Borchert. Plowman now with it for Oshkosh. He gives it up to Borchert. Borchert fakes the handoff on the perimeter. Now we'll give it up to Ryan Fleisch. Ryan Fleisch drives, swings it out to Steckbauer. Steckbauer nearly loses the possession. Here's some nice defense being played by Marcellus Ross. Just able to keep the possession alive now to Plowman. Plowman looks to drive. It's cut off by two defenders. Swings it back out up top. Need to get a shot off here. Steckbauer fires it up with 2 seconds on the shot clock. It's short. Borchert had to put it back up, but couldn't get it up in time, so it's a shot clock violation. Some nice defense there from the profs. As it will be Rowan basketball. First substitution of the night for either squad. It's for Oshkosh. It'll be Will Mahoney. Like how we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, led the way with 23 points in the win over Hope in the round of 32. He's averaging 17 points per game through the first 2 games of this NCAA tournament. As down low inside they go with Vilmar. Vilmar can't get the layup to go. A rebound to the Titans. Steckbauer now with it. He gives it over to Mahoney. Mahoney looks to drive, picks up his dribble, now swings it over to Peterson. Peterson gives it up to Steckbauer, who feeds Borchert down low inside. Borchert looks to go to work, draws the double team, now swings it over cross court to Steckbauer. Steckbauer with 9 on the shot clock, gives it back over to Borchert, now back over to Steckbauer for the open three, and he knocked it down. The third three so far tonight for Oshkosh. And the Titans make it 11-4. A great start here for them tonight. Knoll now looks to drive at the other end, a whistle, and it's going to be a reach-in foul going on Eric Peterson. It'll be Peterson's first, team's second, first media timeout here of the night. But so far, it's been 3 3-pointers for Oshkosh to go along with a foul on a 3-point attempt that has led the Titans to an 11-4 advantage with 15:22 left to go in this first half. While we have a break in the action, we will give you some score updates from around the NCAA tournament here tonight. all Sweet 16 matchups here as Whitewater currently on top over Johns Hopkins 31-30 at the halftime break in that matchup. The winner of that matchup will face the winner of Randolph-Macon and Oswego State, set for a 7 p.m. tip-off later tonight. As also a game nearing halftime right now, Nichols and Stockton with 1:44 left to go in the first half. Nichols on top 31-23 over Stockton. The winner of that matchup will face the winner of Swarthmore and Keene State. That game set for a 7:15 p.m. tip-off, my apologies there. As another score update, 7:54 left to go in the first half between St. Joseph's of Connecticut and Wheaton, Illinois. St. Joseph on top 18-15 in that matchup. The winner of that one will face the winner of Christopher Newport and Mary Hardin Baylor, set for a 7:30 p.m. tip-off here later this evening. As for Rowan, Damian Smith will check in for the first time this evening. Reed Gunnick will also check in now for Oshkosh at that last stoppage in play. As off the inbound, it's Jazir Knoll who gets on the scoreboard here with a nice mid-range shot. It's 11-6. Carter Thomas also checked in at that last stoppage in play for the Titans. Mahoney now with it. He gives it up to Peterson. Peterson swings it over to Borchert. Borchert now swings it over cross court to Gunnick. Gunnick now gives it back over to Mahoney. Now over to Peterson. Peterson steps into a deep three. That one's too strong, no good. Fight for the rebound. They'll say it's last off the Titans. So it will be Rowan basketball. So it'll be Damian Smith bringing it up the floor now for the Profs. Gives it up to Seeger. Seeger feeds Jazir Knoll. Knoll looks to go to work once more. A whistle, and he's going to be fouled here on the baseline. That foul going on Carter Thomas. His first, team's third. Substitution once more here now for the Titans. It'll be number 11, Cole Booth, checking in for the first time tonight. The inbound to Jazir Knoll. Knoll looking to go to work, swings it out up top to Seeger. Thought about the three, instead draws the personal. That foul going on Reed Gunnick. Be his first, team's fourth. So once again, Rowan will have it side out of bounds. As it'll be Marcellus Ross inbounding it here. Connor Dickerson now with it. Dickerson takes a screen from Seeger, now feeds it over to Jazir Knoll. Knoll looks to go to work, kicks it back out to Seeger. Seeger hesitates, looks to put the moves on here, goes up for the layup, couldn't quite get that to go. A rebound to Mahoney. So Will Mahoney now with it, swings it out up top to Cole Booth. Back around they go to Mahoney once more. Mahoney with a nice spin move, gets into the paint, goes up for the layup, gets it to go. A nice quick first step there from Will Mahoney. Makes it 13-6 Titans. Damian Smith now with it. Swings it over in the corner to Marcellus Ross. A whistle, and they'll say Ross stepped out of bounds. Ball going back here to the Titans. So Oshkosh comes up with the turnover here as Rowan with another substitution. Number 30, Josh Wright, will check in for the first time here tonight. As Borchert now with it. Borchert gives it up here to Cole Booth. Booth gives it right back to Borchert in the post. He draws the double team. Tries to swing it over cross court, but it's taken away by Dickerson. Dickerson will give this up now to Josh Wright. Wright swings it over in the corner to Seeger. Seeger swings it back up top to Wright. Wright now gives it up to Knoll. Jazir Knoll now with 15 on the shot clock, steps back into the contested mid-range. Did not matter. Jazir Knoll makes it 13-8 in favor of the Titans. And ladies and gentlemen, that's why he's averaging close to 20 points per game on the season and 21.5 points per game through the first two NCAA tournament games. As Oshkosh now with it here at the other end. Borchert will have it, backs down in the post. Looks to go up for the layup, can't get it to go. Nice defense there by the Profs as Knoll comes up with the rebound and will bring it up for Rowan. Knoll spins his way out of trouble, now swings it over to Smith. Thought about the three, now gives it up to Seeger, who steps into the open three at the top of the key, and it got the friendly bounce off the rim and in. Andrew Seeger knocks it down, cuts the deficit down to 2. It's 13-11. The Titans have led by as many as 7 so far here tonight. It's Borchert now with it. He gives us up to Booth. Booth drives, goes up with the hook shot, can't get it to go. A one-handed rebound for Seeger. As Rowan looks to tie or take the lead. It's Josh Wright now with it. He gives it over to Jazeer Knoll. Knoll cross court over to Dickerson. Dickerson puts it on the floor, goes up for the layup, can't get it to go, but draws the whistle. Foul going there on the Titans. We'll see who they get on that one. And it'll be on Will Mahoney. It'll be Mahoney's first, team's 5th. That'll send Connor Dickerson, the senior from Marlton, New Jersey, to the free throw line now for 2. First free throw's up and good. 13-12 in favor of the Titans. Jonah Reinfleisch checks back in now for Oshkosh, as does Hunter Plowman. Plowman with the 5 quick points here tonight for Oshkosh. Dickerson's second free throw is up and good as well. We have a tied ball game. We're all tied up at 13. As Rowan elects to have some pressure in the backcourt, and it pays off as Seeger comes away with the steal, tries to go up for the layup, has it rejected. Into the hands of Damian Smith, however, kicks it out of trouble over to Dickerson, who steps into the 3, can't get it to go. One-handed rebound by Jazeer Knoll. It's a third opportunity now for Rowan on this possession. As Dickerson looks to drive into the paint, goes up with the layup. It's a whistle and an offensive foul. Great hustle there by the Profs, but great defense as well by Oshkosh. They force the turnover on the foul from Dickerson. That'll be his first, team's 2nd. Another media timeout here, as with 11:42 left to go in this first half, we have a tied ball game here at 13. Taking a look at the stats through the first 2 NCAA tournament games for both these teams, Rowan came into tonight's matchup averaging 83 points per game in their first 2 wins and giving up 74.5 points per game. Meanwhile, for Oshkosh, they were averaging 68.5 points per game, giving up 54 points per game in their previous 2 victories. Rowan also +7 in the rebound margin through the first 2 games last weekend. 44.5 rebounds per game for Rowan, giving up just 37.5 rebounds, while Oshkosh had about a 6.5 rebound per game mark for the rebound margin, as they averaged 41 rebounds per game last week. 34.5 rebounds per game is what they were allowing. But through their first 2 games, Rowan shot 49% overall from the floor, but just 18% from the three-point line. They struggled last weekend. For Oshkosh, they shot 41% last weekend from the floor, 32% from downtown. Rowan giving up just 38% field goal percentage, both total and three-point. And for Oshkosh, they were allowing just 36% shooting last weekend and 20% from the three-point line. But play resumes here. As out of the timeout, it'll be Ahmad Bickley checking in for the first time tonight for Rowan, as is number 24, Mike Davey. Is at the other end, it's Mahoney, who steps into a 3 out of the timeout and gets it to go. Will Mahoney makes it 16-13 in favor of the Titans, as Rowan comes with it quickly here the other way. A whistle, and it's another offensive foul going on the Profs. This time it's going on Damian Smith, be his first, team's 3rd. Ball back here to the Titans. So Oshkosh getting set now here. As on the perimeter, it's Booth who drives. They swing it back out now to Plowman. Plowman swings it back up top to Booth once more. Steps into a 3, and he knocked it down. A timeout for Rowan, the 5th three-pointer of this first half for Oshkosh. And it's now 19-13 in favor of the Titans. 11:05 left to go in this first half. DeAndre Vilmar, as well as Jazeer Knoll, will get set to check back in after this next stoppage in play for the Profs. But so far tonight, it has been the 3-ball that has led this Titan offense. They're now holding 19-13 advantage with 11:05 left to go in this first half. So play set to resume here. We'll see what type of response Rowan has. So Vilmar will get set to inbound it to Ahmad Bickley. As the sophomore from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania walks it up the floor now for the Profs. He gives it over to Jazeer Knoll. Knoll looks to go to work here on Peterson. Thought about the shot, now swings it back up top to Bickley. Steps into the mid-range, can't get it to go. Rebound to Eric Peterson. It's Hunter Plowman now with it. He gives it up to Mahoney. Mahoney weaves his way through the defense, gives it back over to Plowman, now over to Booth. Great ball movement here to Reinfleisch. Reinfleisch looks to go to work in the post, swings it back out up top to Plowman. Thought about the three, now gives it back down low, inside on the backdoor cut to Jonah Reinfleisch. An 8-0 run here for Wisconsin-Oshkosh has opened up their largest lead, 21-13. Smith kicks it over to Seeger. Seeger jab steps, now swings it back over in the corner. Now back up top to Seeger, steps into a three, can't get that one to go. And a rebound once more to the Titans. So Oshkosh looking to add on to the lead here. It's Plowman now with it. He swings it over to Peterson. Peterson now gives it over to Booth. Booth swings it down low inside to Reinfleisch once more. Gets it to go. 23-13, a 10-0 run. As Oshkosh has traveled well here to Alliance, Ohio, the fans are rather loud here tonight in the MAC as Bickley goes up with the floater, can't get it to go, a rebound to Peterson. Mahoney now with it. Mahoney swings it over to Plowman. He steps into the transition three, can't get that one to go. Rebound Jazeer Knoll. So Rowan looking for a response to try to end this 10-0 run. Jazeer Knoll steps into a three and it's nothing but net. A nice response there from the NJAC co-player of the year. Knoll has 7 points now to lead the Profs. It's 23-16 in favor of the Titans. Mahoney now with it. He will step into another three. That time it's no good. Tipped rebound out to Damian Smith. Smith goes behind the back here now through the legs, swings it over cross court to Seeger. Seeger thought about the three momentarily, now swings it back over to Smith. Smith will give it up to Knoll. Knoll jab steps into another three. That time it's no good. Rebound to Mahoney. So Will Mahoney is defended here by Bickley. Now they swing it back over to Eric Peterson. Peterson gives it up to Plowman. Plowman fakes the handoff, now drives, goes to the rim for two and gets it to go. Hunter Plowman. He's got 7 points now. It's 25-16 in favor of the Titans. A nice spin move at the other end by Knoll. Couldn't get it to go. A late whistle, and it's a foul going on the Titans. What a nice move by Jazeer Knoll to get into the paint there and draw the whistle. That foul's going on Plowman. That's a big one. That's his second personal foul. 16th foul of the half. Jazeer Knoll now to the line here for two. Next foul for Oshkosh will send Rowan into the bonus for the rest of the half as Knoll gets the first free throw to drop. 25-17 now. It's Borchert checks back in now for Oshkosh, as does Quinn Steckbauer. Marcellus Ross and Connor Dickerson check back in now for the Profs. Knoll looking to make it 2 for 2 from the line, and he's able to do so. 9 points now for Jazeer. It's 25-18 in favor of the Titans. Weaving his way through the defense now is Steckbauer. Now up top they go to Mahoney. Mahoney swings it over to Peterson. A 2-3 zone now here from Rowan. As down low inside they go to Peterson. He found the soft spot in the zone and gets to the rim for two. Eric Peterson. What a nice cut there. Makes it 27-18 in favor of Oshkosh. At the other end, it's Seeger who looks to drive. No whistle called there on the foul. Let's say it was last off Seeger. Ball goes back here to Oshkosh. We have a media timeout with 7:43 left to go in this first half. Oshkosh on top 27-18. This was once a ball game tied up at 13. Ever since that mark, it's been a 14-5 run for Oshkosh, including a 10-0 scoring run to help them build out a double-digit lead. But what a performance so far from the Titans here tonight. But while we have a break in the action, we'll take a look at the other 3 games going on here in the Sweet 16 right now. As with 13:36 left to go in the second half, Wisconsin-Whitewater on top over Johns Hopkins now 50-42 in that matchup. As Wheaton currently trailing St. Joseph right now with 3:06 left to go in the first half, 25-23, a very close matchup down there. As Nichols currently leads Stockton at the halftime break, 39-32 in their matchup. Both teams get set to return to the court here. So it'll be Eric Peterson out on the floor, along with Will Mahoney, Quinn Steckbauer, Levi Borchert, and lastly Jonah Reinfleisch for Oshkosh. Well, for Rowan, it'll be Marcellus Ross, Connor Dickerson, as well as DeAndre Vilmar, Jazeer Knoll, and Andrew Seeger, the starting 5 out on the floor for the Profs. Reinfleisch now with it. He gives it over to Mahoney. Again, the 2-3 zone now here for Rowan. It's Mahoney up at the top of the key, looks to drive his way right through the zone, goes up for the layup, can't get it to go. Out of bounds it goes. They'll say it's last off the Titans. It'll be Rowan basketball. So it'll be DeAndre Vilmar now with it. Vilmar gives it up top to Seeger. Seeger swings it back over to Dickerson. Back to Seeger once more. Now back to Dickerson again. Dickerson puts it on the floor, looks to drive, goes up for the mid-range and gets it to go. A nice strong move there from Connor Dickerson. Makes it 27-20 in favor of the Titans. Peterson swings it over now to Steckbauer. Steckbauer looks to drive, goes up for the layup. A whistle, and it's going to be a foul going on the Profs. That one will go on number 1, Andrew Seeger, his first team's 4th. So Quinn Steckbauer now to the line for 2. Steckbauer with 6 points so far tonight, 2 3-pointers for him. First free throw is up and good. 28-20 in favor of Oshkosh. Cole Booth checks back in now for the Titans, and for the Profs, Josh Wright will return. Second free throw now upcoming here. And that one's nothing but net. So Steckbauer makes it 29-20. As another substitution here for the Titans, it'll be number 34, Carter Thomas, checking back in here. As Wright now with it. Gives it up to Marcellus Ross. Ross looks to drive, gives it back over to Wright. A whistle. It'll be an offensive foul here going on Rowan. They'll say it's an illegal screen going on Ross. For Ross, that'll be his first, team's 5th. So ball right back here now to the Titans. The inbound now to Levi Borchert. Borchert gets it over to Carter Thomas, a near steal there. Now over to Steckbauer. Steckbauer drives, goes up for the layup. Has it rejected by Dickerson. Dickerson saves it inbounds for the Profs. Throws it off the Oshkosh defender's leg. A heads-up play there from Dickerson. The ball goes back here to the Profs. It's Joshua Wright. Swings it up top to Jazeer Knoll. Knoll looks to drive. A nice spin move into the paint once more. Over to Dickerson. The extra pass to Ross. Ross looks to drive. Goes up for the layup and gets it to go. Beautiful ball movement there from Rowan. It's now 29-22. The first 2 points of the night for Marcellus Ross. It's here at the other end. Oshkosh looks to respond there. It's a block, however, by Jazeer Knoll. It's a whistle now and a foul going on the Profs. But, man, Jazeer Knoll got up on that one. Comes away with the rejection. Foul there is going on Josh Wright, his first, team 6th. And a whistle. The referees are heading over to the scorer's table to correct an error, it looks like. As it looked like after that last stoppage in play, they awarded the foul on the scoreboard to Levi Borchert, who also shares the number 30 with Joshua Wright. So they just wanted to correct that mistake. The inbound now to Borchert. Borchert will look to drive here. Now kicks it out to Peterson. Peterson steps into the open 3. That's short. And a rebound to Marcellus Ross. Profs looking to cut into the lead here as Wright steps into the transition 3. Can't get it to go. Now rebound to the Titans. So Oshkosh will slow things down now with Steckbauer at the Mount Union logo. Steckbauer now looks to drive, goes up with the floater, can't get it to go. Rebound Jazeer Knoll. Knoll pushes the pace, gives it over to Wright. Wright now steps into the paint, looks to drive, a whistle, a foul on the floor going on Oshkosh. Some extracurriculars after the play was over. The referee's going to break that up before anything starts. The foul there will go on Carter Thomas, his second, team 7th, which will send Rowan into a 1-and-1 situation. Reed Gunning will check back in now for the Titans as Thomas takes a seat with those 2 fouls. So Josh Wright with the 1-and-1 here. First free throw's up, and that one's nothing but net. It is good, 29-23 in favor of the Titans. Second free throw upcoming now. That one's up, and that one's good as well. So now it's 29-24 in favor of the Titans. Oshkosh has led this whole entire first half. As Booth now with it, gets it back here at the top of the key for the 3, and it rimmed all the way around, but did not matter. As Cole Booth knocks it down, makes it 32-24 Titans. Another 3-pointer here for Oshkosh. As Wright steps into the contested mid-range, can't get it to drop. A rebound to the Titans. Back over to Booth here once more. A great pass to a backdoor cutter, and Gunning just couldn't finish. What a pass that was, though, from Booth. At the other end, Ross looks to go coast to coast, can't get his layup to go. A rebound here to the Titans. Eric Peterson now with it. Peterson will give this up to Steckbauer. Now up top they go to Gunning. Gunning swings it back over to Booth. Now down low inside they go to Borchert. Borchert draws the double team in the post. Now swings it over up top to Booth. Steps into the wide open 3, and he knocked it down again. Cole Booth, the junior from Plymouth, Wisconsin, has 9 points off that Oshkosh bench. Makes it 35-24 Titans. As Wright now with it. Gives it up to DeAndre Vilmar. What a spin move by Vilmar. Gets to the rim for 2. A quick first step makes it 35-26 in favor of the Titans. Borchert weaves his way through the defense but draws the whistle. Foul there is going to go on Josh Wright, his first, team 7th. Borchert's going to head to the line for a 1-and-1. We'll have our last media timeout here of this first half. 3:49 left to go in this first half. And it's 35-26 in favor of Oshkosh. Cole Booth with back-to-back threes really has sparked yet another Oshkosh run here to extend their lead out to 9. 7 3-pointers now in this first half for Oshkosh. So that has definitely been the focal point of their offense so far here tonight. Again, while we have another break in the action, take a look at scores from around the NCAA tournament. 9:38 left to go in the second half between Johns Hopkins and Wisconsin-Whitewater. Whitewater on top 52-49 in a very close matchup there. Nichols on top over Stockton, another close matchup as well. 17:45 left to go in the second half. They're on top 41-40 over Stockton. As the only other game going on right now is at the halftime break. St. Joseph on top over Wheaton 29-27 at halftime. But both teams get set here. Be Levi Borchert with the 1-and-1. As at that last stoppage in play, Damian Smith and Andrew Seeger check back in for Rowan. Borchert's first free throw is up and good. 36-26. as Borchert will now get set for his second free throw here. Second one's up, and that one's good. 37-26 in favor of the Titans. Their largest lead here tonight. It's Dickerson at the other end. He looks to drive. Swings it back out up top to Seeger. Seeger will now look to drive. Goes up with the layup. Couldn't get it to go. A rebound to the Titans. Gunning will give this one up now to Steckbauer. Steckbauer now up top to Borchert. Borchert puts it on the floor, looks to drive. Picks up his dribble now. Swings it back out up top to Steckbauer, right back to Borchert. Borchert looks to go to work on Andrew Seeger. Backs him down into the paint, draws the double team. Borchert needs to get a shot up here. Goes up with the layup, and the double team didn't matter. Levi Borchert to the rim for two. 39-26, Oshkosh is at the other end. It's Jazir Knoll with the quick response. The big three from downtown there from Jazir Knoll. 39-29. First double-digit score for either squad tonight. He's got 12 points. It's here at the other end. Oshkosh looking to build back on their lead. It's Peterson. Puts it on the floor, looks to drive. Swings it down low inside to Borchert. Borchert now pulls it out. Heads back into the paint here, kicks it out to Steckbauer. Steckbauer now looks to drive. Tried to kick that out to Peterson, but out of bounds it goes. Back here to the Profs as Will Mahoney and Jonah Reinfleisch will check back in now for Oshkosh. Damian Smith now with it. Smith will take a screen from Seeger. Now swings it over to Jazir Knoll. Knoll backs down in the post, looks to go to work, goes up with the hook shot and gets it to go. And Jazir Knoll's got 14 points now in this one, keeping the Profs in this one as well. It's now 39-31. It's Eric Peterson. Kicks it up top to Reinfleisch. Reinfleisch right back to Peterson, who looks to drive. He's cut off here, however, and it's taken away by Knoll. Jazir Knoll crosses over now, steps back into another three. That time it's no good. And a rebound to the Titans. 1:45 left to go in this first half. And we'll have a whistle and a timeout taken by Oshkosh. So 1:42 left to go now in this one. It's 39-31 in favor of the Titans. So 39-31 here. Again, the winner of this matchup will face the winner of the Mount Union Purple Raiders and the North Park Vikings, which will be set for a 7:45 p.m. tip-off. A spot in the Elite Eight on the line here tonight. It's been a great game so far. And if you like three-pointers, you're definitely liking what you're seeing so far here tonight. Both teams letting it fly from downtown. So it'll be the Titans getting set to inbound here. As Peterson gives it over to Borchert, now over to Reinfleisch. Back over they go now to Will Mahoney. Mahoney looks to drive, now swings it back over to Reinfleisch. Reinfleisch tried to go with the handoff, but had it taken right out of his hands by Damian Smith. Smith goes the other way with it, goes up for the layup, can't get it to drop. It's a whistle, a foul going on Oshkosh, and this is not a good sight. Damian Smith took a hard fall and is slow to get up here. Smith being helped up now by his teammates. The foul's going on Cole Booth. I know his first, team's 8th. It's going to send Damian Smith to the line for 2. As Smith just appears to be retying his shoelaces now after that hard fall. So it looked as though he landed awkwardly on his ankle. Great to see Smith, though, up under his own power. A junior from Marlton, New Jersey, will head to the line now for 2. Minute 26 now left to go in this first half. Smith on his first free throw attempt here. First one's up and good. 39-32 in favor of the Titans. Smith will get set for his second free throw attempt. That one's up, and that one's short. A rebound here to the Titans. So it'll be Mahoney now with it. Gives it over to Borchert. Borchert at the Mount Union logo. He'll just keep it himself. Gives it up top to Eric Peterson. Peterson now swings it around to go to Booth. Booth now up top to Reinfleisch. Reinfleisch puts it on the floor. Kicks it back out to Peterson. Peterson tried to weave his way through the defense and drew the reach-in foul. A near steal there for the Profs. The foul, though, is going on Damian Smith, his second, team's 8th. And with 1 minute and 3 seconds left to go here in this first half, it'll be Eric Peterson heading to the line for the 1-and-1. So Peterson getting set here for the first free throw. That one's up, and it's short. A rebound to Andrew Seeger. Profs trying to cut into the deficit a little bit more here now. A quick 6-0 spurt for Rowan. As up top they go to Seeger. Seeger right back over to Dickerson. Dickerson puts it on the floor, swings it back out up top to Seeger, who pump fakes, drives, goes to the rim for 2, and he gets it to go. Andrew Seeger makes it 39-34. A great end to the half right here for the Profs, an 8-0 run. Reinfleisch tries to hand it off now to Mahoney, but some nice defense by the Profs. Up top they go to Peterson. Peterson swings it around to Booth. A great pass to a backdoor cutter in Mahoney. Mahoney's now cut off baseline, swings it back out up top to Peterson, fires up a 3. That one's no good. And a rebound of Marcellus Ross. Rowan can hold it for the final shot. 10 seconds left to go in the half. As Dickerson crosses the half-court timeline, 6 seconds now. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Dickerson up top to Seeger, steps into the 3, can't get it to go. But what a first half we saw there from both squads. Oshkosh red hot from the three-point line as the Titans use that to their advantage. They're on top 39-34 here at the halftime break, led by Cole Booth, who had 9 points in that first half. Jazeer Knoll led all scorers for Rowan as well as Oshkosh with 14 points. As a nice spurt there from Rowan, trailed by as much as 13 in that first half. But then an 8-0 run to end the half allowed the Profs to cut into the deficit, cut it down to 5. It's now 39-34 in favor of Wisconsin-Oshkosh. We'll take a quick break here on the live stream, and we'll be back for second half action between the Titans and the Profs. And we are back here on the men's basketball live stream, getting you ready for the second half of our first Sweet 16 matchup here at the University of Mount Union tonight, featuring the Wisconsin-Oshkosh Titans against the Rowan Profs at the halftime break. Oshkosh on top, 39-34. Hello again, everyone. My name is Jacob Attar, and what a first half we saw there from both squads. A fairly even contest just about everywhere that you look. We'll take a look now at some stats for both teams here at the halftime break. Is in that first half, Oshkosh shot 13 for 29 overall from the floor, good for 44%. Meanwhile, for Rowan, they shot 12 for 28. That's good for 42% from the floor. 6 for 8 from the free throw line were the Titans, while 7 for 8 for the Profs in that first half. They were also even in the rebound game, each team with 17 rebounds at the halftime break. Turnovers also fairly even. 6 turnovers for Oshkosh, 7 turnovers for Rowan in that first half. The real difference has been 2 statistical categories, 10 assists in that first half for Oshkosh on their 13 made field goals. They're doing a great job sharing the basketball compared to 2 assists in that first half for Rowan. And also, too, it's really been the three-point line so far tonight that's been the difference maker, as Oshkosh in that first half shot 7 for 13 from the three-point line. That's good for 54%. Meanwhile, for Rowan, they shot 30% from the three-point line at a 3 for 10 clip. So really just a great job in that first half by Oshkosh, really building some separation courtesy of the three-point line. Oshkosh is yet to trail in this game and led by as many as 13 in that first half. However, it was a great response to end the half by Rowan. They trailed 39-26 late in the half, but then used an 8-0 run to their advantage to cut the deficit down to 5. It's now 39-34 here at the halftime break. It's Cole Booth led the scoring for the Titans in that first half with 9 points. Quinn Steckbauer added 8 points. Hunter Plowman, who picked up 2 fouls in that first half, added 7 for Oshkosh. And for Rowan, they were led in that first half by Jazeer Knoll, who has a game high for both squads, 14 points. And Andrew Seeger has 7 points for the Profs. But we'll see here if Rowan can mount a comeback and keep their season alive, as a spot in the Elite Eight is on the line. The winner of this matchup will face the winner of North Park and Mount Union. We'll take a look now, before the halftime break is over, at some score updates from around the NCAA tournament. 42 seconds left to go in the Johns Hopkins and Wisconsin Whitewater matchup, and Johns Hopkins has regained the lead 71-66. Just 42 seconds left to go in that matchup. Nichols on top over Stockton right now, 68-57 with 8:14 left to go in that matchup. And lastly, the only other game going on right now, St. Joseph's of Connecticut against Wheaton, Illinois. St. Joseph on top 43-40 with 12:30 left to go in that matchup. So all some very close matchups here in the Sweet 16 so far. The starting fives will be back out on the floor for both teams here. It'll be Eric Peterson, Hunter Plowman, Jonah Reinfleisch, Quinn Steckbauer, and Levi Borchert out on the floor for Oshkosh. And for Rowan, it'll be Andrew Seeger, Marcellus Ross, Connor Dickerson, as well as DeAndre Vilmar and Jazeer Knoll. So Vilmar will inbound it here to start this second half for Rowan. And we are underway. A spot in the Elite Eight on the line as Dickerson will now give it up to Jazeer Knoll. Knoll backs down in the post, now swings it back out up top to Vilmar. Vilmar pulls up from the free throw line, gets it to go. A 10-0 run now for Rowan. It's 39-36 in favor of the Titans. So here at the other end, it's Plowman now with it. He puts it on the floor. He looks to drive. Now kicks it back out to the open man, and Peterson, who steps into a 3, and he knocked it down. The 8th 3 now in this contest for the Titans. It's 42-36. Here at the other end, it's Vilmar. Kicks it out to Dickerson. Dickerson lost the handle, however. It's taken away by Peterson. Plowman now with it. Plowman takes a screen from Reinfleisch. Now swings it back out up top. Around the perimeter they go now, down low to Borchert. Borchert looking to back down Seeger. Draws a double team once again. Gives it up to a cutter, and Jonah Reinfleisch, who gets to the rim for 2. 44-36 in favor of Oshkosh. So here at the other end, it's Andrew Seeger. Takes a screen from Jazeer Knoll. Now gives it up top to Knoll. Thought about the three momentarily. Now Knoll will look to go one-on-one here with Reinfleisch. Knoll, spin move. What a step back here from Knoll. Oh my goodness. What a move there from Jazeer Knoll. Gets it to go. It's 44-38. He's got 16 points now. As at the other end, Steckbauer steps into a three, and it's nothing but net. Oshkosh comes out firing once more. It's 47-38 now in favor of the Titans. As at the other end, it's Dickerson with it. Dickerson pulls up from the free throw line, gets it to go. 47-40 in favor of Oshkosh. As at the other end, the Titans look for a response. It's Steckbauer once more looking to drive this time. He goes up for the layup and banks it in. Quinn Steckbauer makes it 49-40. Steckbauer now with 13 points. Is at the other end. The three is banked in there as Andrew Seeger banks it in from the top of the key. They are scoring fast and furious to start this second half. It's now 49-43 in favor of the Titans. So now driving here is Plowman. He picks up his dribble, defended closely by Knoll, gives it up to Peterson. Now down low inside to Borchert. Borchert cross court over to Plowman. He steps into a deep three and he knocked it down. My, oh my. Another three here for Oshkosh. The 10th of the game, the third already in the first 3 minutes of the second half. It's 52-43. Vilmar with the response on the reverse layup. An offensive masterpiece so far in this second half as Plowman now with it. Plowman swings it over to Steckbauer. Steckbauer feeds it down low inside to Borchert. Lost the handle, draws the triple team, and goes up strong, and he's rewarded. He'll be shooting 2 free throws here. That foul going on Andrew Seeger, his second, team's first. Borchert to the line now for 2. So Levi Borchert, his first free throw is up, and it's good. 53-45. Marcellus Ross checks out. Damian Smith checks back in. So far, neither squad has missed a shot in this second half. Both a perfect 5 for 5. The difference so far, however, once again, the three-point line. 1 for 1 for Rowan. 3 for 3 so far for Oshkosh. Borchert goes 1 for 2 from the line that time. Out of bounds it goes. They'll say it's last off of Oshkosh. Ball goes back here to Rowan. 53-45 in favor of the Titans. It's Dickerson now with it. He looks to drive, kicks it over to Seeger. Seeger hands it off now, Jazeer Knoll. Knoll hesitates, fires up a shot from the mid-range, and it's nothing but net. Jazeer Knoll, 18 points now in this one. It's 53-47. Still neither team has missed a basket to start this second half. Reinfleisch now with it. He swings it over to Plowman. Plowman up top to Peterson. Peterson from the Mountain Union logo swings it back over to Plowman. Rowan in a 2-3 zone now. As Plowman crosses over, gets into the paint, feeds it down low inside to Borchert, goes up for the reverse layup, couldn't get it to go. Rebound to Dickerson. Dickerson gives it over to Smith. Smith now over to Vilmar. Euro steps into the lane, goes up for the layup, gets it to go. What a move there from DeAndre Vilmar. They cut the deficit down to 4. It's 53-49 as Levi Borchert now gives it up to Reinfleisch. Reinfleisch over to Steckbauer. Now down low to Borchert. Borchert cross court to Peterson. Now over to Plowman. Plowman back over up top to Peterson. Now back to Plowman once more. Plowman pulls it back, steps into a deep contested 3, and oh my goodness. Hunter Plowman from downtown, hand in the face, did not matter. 56-49 in favor of Oshkosh. Seeger now kicks it over to Smith. Takes a screen from Seeger, gives it back to him on the pick and pop. Seeger steps into a 3, and he knocked it down. What a start to this second half for both squads. It's 56-52. 8 for 8 now are the Rowan Profs to start this second half. Oshkosh 6 for 7 to start the half. Plowman at the other end. Is defended closely here now by Dickerson. Swings it back up top to Peterson. Peterson gives it up to Borchert. Borchert looks to drive, stumbles to the ground, a whistle, and it's a traveling violation ball heading back now here to Rowan. 14:37 left to go in this one. It's 56-52 in favor of Oshkosh. But wow, could not ask, if you're an offensive fan, could not ask for a better start to the second half for either squad. They've shot a combined 14 for 15. Both teams combined as well are a perfect 6 for 6 now from the three-point line to start this second half. But what a start to this one. 56-52, both teams now shooting over 50% for the contest. But Oshkosh up to 65% from the three-point line. They are 11 for 17 from beyond the arc. But we'll see here if either coach can scheme up something defensively to slow the other team down. But 14:37 left to go in this one. Both teams battling hard here so far. Josh Wright checks back in for Rowan. So that'll be their only substitution coming out here of this break. We Reed Gunning, Will Mahoney, and Carter Thomas checking back in for the Titans. So we'll see here if the Profs can continue to cut into this deficit. Josh Wright gives it up to Andrew Seeger, fakes the handoff on the perimeter, now looks to drive. Seeger goes to the rim for two, and oh my! 9 for 9 now to start this half as Seeger makes it 56-54. The Profs cut the deficit down to 2. It's Carter Thomas gives it up now to Will Mahoney. Mahoney swings over to Plowman. Great extra pass out to Mahoney, who steps into the three. That one's short. Thomas gets the offensive rebound, though, kicks it right back out to Mahoney, who steps into another three, and that time it's good. Will Mahoney makes it 59-54. What a game we have here. Wright kicks it over to Dickerson, back over to Seeger, now over to Knoll. Knoll looks to drive, now kicks it over to Smith. Smith fires up the open mid-range and gets it to go. 10 for 10 to start the second half. 59-56 in favor of Oshkosh. Mahoney now with it. Gives it up to Borchert. Borchert at the elbow. Kicks it back over to Plowman. He steps into a three. That's in and out, no good. Offensive rebound to Mahoney. Mahoney swings it back over to Carter Thomas. Thomas feeds it down low inside to Borchert. Pulls it back out here. Now Plowman with it. He drives into the paint. Kicks it back out to Mahoney. He steps into a three. That time it's off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound to Dickerson. A three ball will tie it here for the Profs. Who've still yet to miss a basket in this second half. Jazeer Knoll now backs his man down in the post. Knoll picks up his dribble, tries to swing it over cross court over to right. It's knocked out of bounds by Gunning. So it will remain Rowan basketball. DeAndre Vilmar checks back in now for the Profs. Cole Booth, who had 9 points in that first half, checks back in now for the Titans. The inbound here now to Dickerson. Dickerson on the perimeter, jab steps, now looks to drive. He's cut off, however, but a great spin move. Kicks it back out to Vilmar. Vilmar over to Wright. Wright steps into the three for the tie. Couldn't get it to go. First miss of the second half for Rowan. 10 for 11 now to start the half. It's Thomas now with it. He gives it over to Mahoney. Mahoney puts it on the floor, looks to drive, kicks it out to Thomas. Thomas steps into a three. That time it's no good. A rebound to Damian Smith. Smith pushes the pace here, picks up his dribble, gives it over to Dickerson. Dickerson right back to Smith. Smith pump fake, steps into the mid-range and gets it to go. Damian Smith makes it 59-58. Closest that it has been since the early stages of this one. Mahoney now with it, gives it over to Borchert, back over to Mahoney. Mahoney now over to Gunning. Gunning swings it over in the corner to Thomas. A whistle. It's a reach-in foul going on Connor Dickerson. For Dickerson, he'll pick up the personal. That'll be his second, team's second. Media timeout here with 11:59 left to go in this one. And it was once a 13-point ball game. It's now a 1-point Oshkosh lead with 11:59 left to go here. Some score updates now from around the NCAA tournament. And Wisconsin-Whitewater was able to force overtime with Johns Hopkins. And Whitewater is now in the lead 77-76 with 3:33 left to go in the first overtime period with the spot in the Elite Eight on the line. Stockton and Nichols also in a close matchup, 4:58 left to go in that one. Nichols on top 72-66 over Stockton. And another close matchup with 7:58 left to go between Wheaton and St. Joseph. It's St. Joseph currently hanging on to a 46-45 advantage. So all games here in the Sweet 16 so far rather close. But both teams will get set to come back out on the floor here. So it'll be Oshkosh basketball. The Titans shooting 7 for 12 to start the second half, 5 for 9 from the three-point line as well. For Rowan, talked about it a lot here so far. 11 for 12 to start this second half, 2 for 3 from the three-point line. It's Will Mahoney now with it. Mahoney swings it over and they go in the corner now to Carter Thomas. Thomas back over up top to Mahoney. Mahoney tries to feed it down low to Thomas, is nearly taken away now over to Booth. He gives it up to Thomas. Thomas swings it over to Gunnick, the extra pass to Mahoney, who steps into another three and gets it to go once more. The 13th three in this one for the Titans. It's 62-58 as Wright gives it up now to Vilmar. Vilmar drives, goes up for the layup, can't get it to go. Rebound to Mahoney. Mahoney gives it up to Booth. Booth stops on a dime, a whistle, and it's a traveling violation. The ball is going to go back here now to the Profs. Jazeer Knoll checks back in now for Rowan. As it'll be Dickerson now with it. He takes a screen from Seeger. Now Dickerson steps into the contested mid-range, can't get it to go. Rebound, Will Mahoney. It'll be Booth bringing it up the floor now for Oshkosh. Swings it back over to Mahoney. Mahoney takes a screen. Now swings it back up top to Booth. Booth looks to drive here on Smith, goes up for the layup, gets it to go with the and one. The foul there going on Damian Smith. Is Smith's third personal foul, third team foul of the half. And what a take right there by Cole Booth, continuing his strong performance off that Oshkosh bench. He'll head to the line for one more. A timeout here for the Profs now with 10:53 left to go in this one. Ahmad Bickley will check in at the next stoppage and play. But it's 64-58. And this game seems like it's been back and forth all throughout the night, when in reality, Oshkosh has led the whole entire way, but some great comebacks here by Rowan. They've cut the deficit down to 2 and as close as 1. But every time it seems like Rowan could potentially take their first lead in this one, Oshkosh has a response. They're doing that here once more. 64-58 in favor of the Titans. Johns Hopkins has now regained the lead over Whitewater 78-77 with 2:27 left to go in the overtime period. Nichols has opened up their 11-point lead 77-66 over Stockton with 3:58 left to go in that matchup. And Wheaton has regained the lead over St. Joseph 53-49 with 6:08 left to go in the second half in that matchup. So all the games very close here tonight. And if our second game between Mount Union and North Park is anything like this one, we are in for a great night of basketball. So Cole Booth heads to the line for one more here. As Booth, the junior from Plymouth, Wisconsin, with 11 points off the bench, looking for point number 12. That one's too strong off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound to Dickerson. 22 bench points now for Oshkosh compared to 7 for Rowan. As it's Jazeer Knoll now with it. Puts the moves on the defender now, drives into the paint, goes up with the floater. It's short, trying to grab his own miss, but it's a rebound to Reinfleisch. So Oshkosh looking to extend the lead here is Mahoney. Kicks it out to Gunning. Gunning looks to drive, goes up with the mid-range and gets it to go. 66-58 in favor of the Titans. And there's going to be a stoppage in play here for a wet spot on the court. And play resumes now. Dickerson bringing it up the floor. Dickerson defended closely here by Booth. Takes a screen, gives it up to Seeger. Seeger looks to drive, spins out of trouble, gives it up to Dickerson, who drives now into the paint. Goes up with the mid-range, can't get it to go. A rebound to the Titans. It's Will Mahoney now. Swings it over to Gunning. Gunning gives it back out up top to Mahoney. Mahoney crosses over, looks to drive. Goes up with the floater, gets it to go. Will Mahoney has 13 points now. It's 68-58. So here at the other end, Jazeer Knoll looks to drive, has it stripped away by Carter Thomas. A 2-on-1 break here as Thomas goes up for the layup and gets it to go. The Titans open it back up to 12. It's 70-58. Another timeout here for the Profs. They'll have 2 remaining. 9:32 left to go in this one, and Oshkosh building that lead up once more. (70-58). Both teams shooting well over 50% in this one, but again, just the difference maker has been the three-point line tonight for Oshkosh. They've knocked down 13 of their 23 three-point attempts. Rowan just 5 for 13 from downtown. Shirley has been the difference maker so far here tonight. Some more score updates once more. Whitewater on top by 1, 81-80 over Johns Hopkins with 1:07 left to go in that matchup in overtime. Wheaton on top over St. Joseph's, 56-49 with 5:21 left to go in that matchup. And with 2:42 remaining between Nichols and Stockton, Nichols is on top 81-68. But what was once a one-point ball game, 59-58, has now responded with an 11-0 run here for the Titans to build the lead back up to 12. It's now 70-58. It's the inbound here to Bickley. Bickley walks it up the floor, gives it over to Seeger. Seeger gives it back over to Bickley. Bickley will now take a screen from Seeger, gives it to him on the pick and pop. Seeger steps back, swings it back over to Bickley. Bickley over to Damian Smith now with 8 on the shot clock. Smith drives, picks up his dribble, gives it up to a backdoor cutter in Seeger, and what a cut there by Seeger. He draws the whistle. There'll be a foul going on the Titans. That foul going on Carter Thomas, his third, team's first of the half. Levi Borchert will check back in now for Thomas. Marcellus Ross back in now for the Profs. They will say it's a non-shooting foul. So it'll be out of bounds from underneath the basket here now for Rowan. The inbound now here for the Profs. It's a take here by Knoll. He can't get it to go. A rebound by Mahoney. So Will Mahoney now walks across the Mount Union timeline, gives it over to Peterson. Peterson feeds it down low to Borchert. Borchert picks up his dribble, swings it over cross court to Booth. Booth over to Mahoney. He steps into a 3. That time it's short. Rebound Damian Smith. It's a 3-on-3 break here as Marcellus Ross now gives it back to Smith, who thought about the 3, now looks to drive. It's cut off by Mahoney. Goes up for the contested layup and draws the whistle. Nice take there by Damian Smith. He's going to draw the whistle there on Jonah Reinfleisch. It'll be his first, team's second. So that will send Damian Smith to the line now for 2. So Smith will get set for his first free throw attempt here. First one's up, and that one's no good. Score will remain 70-58. So Rowan's gone cold now in this second half. After making their first 10 shots, they're now 1 for their last 7 in this second half. And Smith can't get that free throw to go as well. A whistle, though, on the missed free throw. I believe it's going to be a loose ball foul going on Oshkosh, and it will indeed. It'll be on Levi Borchert. So it'll be a third-team foul now for Oshkosh. It's Hunter Plowman checks back in now for the Titans. And getting ready here for the inbounded to Marcellus Ross. Ross looks to drive, goes up for the layup, and draws a whistle once more. This time it's going to be a foul going on Cole Booth. It'll be his second, team's 4th. That'll send Marcellus Ross to the line for 2. The last foul on Borchert was also his first personal foul. So Marcellus Ross to the line now for 2. First free throw is short. It's now 3 consecutively missed free throws here for Rowan. So they look to end this 11-0 scoring run by the Titans. Second free throw's up, and that one's good. 70-59 now in favor of the Titans. It's Plowman now with it. Some pressure in the backcourt. He gives it up to Reinfleisch. Reinfleisch gives it back over here to Plowman. Plowman now swings it over to Reinfleisch with a great pass down low inside to Borchert. Couldn't get the layup to go. Offensive rebound though to Peterson. Extra pass now over in the corner to Plowman. Plowman weaves his way through the defense, gives it down low inside to Reinfleisch, who goes up with the reverse layup and gets it to go. 72-59 in favor of Oshkosh here. Smith will give it over to Bickley. Bickley takes a screen from Knoll. Now feeds it down low inside to him. A great catch there by Jazeer Knoll. Just couldn't get it to go, so he lost the handle. Ball back here to the Titans. Oshkosh has matched their largest lead in this one. He's trying to swing it over in the corner, but it's taken away there by Knoll. Bickley now in transition steps into a 3 and gets it to go. A big-time 3 right there from Ahmad Bickley. Makes it 72-62. As Borchert will give this over to Reinfleisch. Reinfleisch now gives it back over to Booth. Booth steps into another 3. That time it's short. The rebound to Ross. Ross looks to push the pace. Tries to feed it down low inside to Seeger, but it's taken away by Borchert. What a steal there from the Wisconsin Intercollegiate Athletic Conference Player of the Year. It's Plowman now with it. Plowman looks to drive, tries to feed it down low inside. It's a kicked ball, however, going on Seeger. So it will remain Oshkosh basketball. But we'll have another media timeout with 6:49 left to go in this one. 72-62 in favor of the Titans. Game just went final between Nichols and Stockton. Nichols comes away victorious 86-68. They will face the winner of Swarthmore and Keene State. That game set for the 7:15 p.m. tip. As Wheaton has opened up a 7-point lead now over St. Joseph, 61-54 with 2:42 left to go in that matchup. And with just 6 seconds left to go between Wisconsin-Whitewater and Johns Hopkins, it is now 83-82 in favor of Whitewater. So that game going down to the wire. And that game has actually just went final. And it will be Whitewater coming away victorious and advancing on to the Elite Eight with the 83-82 victory. Whitewater will face the winner of Randolph-Macon and Oswego State. this game's still far from over here. It's 72-62 in favor of the Oshkosh Titans. So Cole Booth will get set to inbound it. And Booth gets it in here to Peterson. Peterson now swings it over to Plowman. Plowman up top to Mahoney. Now back over to Borchert. Borchert from the elbow swings it back over to Plowman. Plowman steps back here. Now pulls it out to Mahoney. 5 seconds on the shot clock for Will Mahoney. Spins his way into the paint and gets the layup to go. What a take from Will Mahoney. Makes it 74-62 in favor of the Titans. Ross now with it at the other end. He looks to drive, goes up for the layup. It's a whistle. We've got a foul going now on Oshkosh. That one's going on Levi Borchert, his second, team's fifth. And that will send Marcellus Ross to the line now for two. So Marcellus Ross back to the free throw line now here for two. He's got 3 points so far here tonight. 1 for 2 from the free throw line. And make it 2 for 3 as he knocks down the first free throw at 74-63. As Ross will get set now for his second free throw. And Ross's second free throw is up, and that one rims in. It is good. 74-64 with 6:18 left to go in this one. It's Hunter Plowman now with it. Plowman at the Mount Union logo, goes behind the back, looks to drive, goes up for the layup, has it blocked by Smith. Borchert keeps the possession alive, however, as Booth now with it. He gives it over to Mahoney. Mahoney will now look to drive, and Mahoney goes up with the floater, can't get it to go, but the offensive rebound from Levi Borchert. He gets it to go at 76-64 in favor of the Titans. Seeger now looks to drive, Euro steps into the paint, goes up for the layup, can't get it to go. Rebound to Borchert. Booth now with it, he gives it up to Mahoney. Mahoney defended closely by Damian Smith. Pick up his dribble, gives it up to Plowman. Plowman back over to Borchert. Borchert at the top of the key will look to drive. Now swings it over to Booth, who steps into a three, and he knocked it down. Cole Booth gets it to go for the 14th triple here tonight for Oshkosh. Largest lead of the contest now. It's 79-64. Is at the other end. Damian Smith fires up a three and is fouled on the three-point attempt by Will Mahoney. Second personal foul on Mahoney. Sixth team foul to half. Damian Smith to the line now for three. So Smith will get set for his first free throw here. That one's good, 79-65. Second free throw up coming now for Smith. That one's good as well. Jazeer Knoll, as well as DeAndre Vilmar, check back in now for Rowan. So Smith will look to make it 3 for 3 from the line here now. So Damian Smith, his third free throw attempt is up, and that one's no good. 2 for 3 from the line. 79-66 in favor of the Titans with exactly 5 minutes left to go in this one. Borchert now with it. He gives it over to Mahoney. Mahoney looks to drive, trying to feed it down low inside. Borchert comes up with the loose ball, goes up with the layup, can't get it to go. Grabs his own miss, however, and gets the putback up and in. Levi Borchert makes it 81-66, a miscommunication at the other end. It's a turnover for the Profs. Rowan will use a timeout here now with 4:42 left to go in this one. Oshkosh, their largest lead of the contest, they're on top, 81-66. That was the last timeout as well for the Profs. So they have none remaining. Oshkosh with 3 timeouts remaining. But so far, it's been Will Mahoney once again off the Oshkosh bench, leading the all scorers for the Titans tonight. 15 points, while Cole Booth also off that bench, 14 points for Oshkosh. While Hunter Plowman has added 13 points here tonight for Oshkosh, as the Titans have really gotten contributions from everybody here tonight. 33 bench points for this Titan basketball squad, just showing the depth that they have. It's 4:42 left here. Rowan trying to draw something up to keep their season alive. As Oshkosh has led wire to wire here tonight. So it'll be Jazir Knoll, Marcellus Ross, DeAndre Vilmar, Damian Smith, Connor Dickerson on the floor for Rowan. For Oshkosh, it'll be Eric Peterson, Hunter Plowman, Levi Borchert, as well as Will Mahoney out on the floor with Cole Booth. Plowman now with it. He is pressured in the backcourt, nearly turns it over as Vilmar almost comes up with the steal. But the ball will be out of bounds here for Oshkosh. They were discussing maybe changing the shot clock there momentarily, but decide not to do so here. It's Plowman now with it. He looks to drive, kicks it back out to Booth. Now back over to Plowman. Plowman will step in 2 or 3 here with the hand in the face. Can't get it to go. Rebound Damian Smith. Smith feeds this one over to Ross. Ross steps into a 3, can't get it to go. Nearly grabbed his own miss, but it's Plowman on the one-on-one break who grabs it, goes up for the layup, has it rejected there by Damian Smith. A great play by Smith, as it'll be Oshkosh basketball here, 4:05, or 4:06 correction, left to go in this one. So Peterson gets set to inbound. And a great inbounds pass to Mahoney, who cuts to the basket and gets to the rim for the easy 2. Will Mahoney with 17 points here tonight. Makes it 83-66 in favor of Oshkosh. Now over to Ross. Ross steps into the 3 and he knocked it down. Marcellus Ross with the hand in the face. Makes it 83-69 in favor of the Titans. It's Plowman now with it. He is double teamed here by Dickerson. Tries to get out of the double team, swings it over in the corner to Mahoney. A whistle. Not sure what the call is on the floor. I believe that they're going to award Oshkosh with the timeout. They will indeed. That's interesting right there. The referee pointed right at Plowman. Didn't really signal anything. Then after a short delay, they do award Oshkosh with the timeout with 3:37 left to go in this one. It's 83-69. High-scoring second half here, though. Oshkosh has outscored Rowan 44-35 in this half. As for this second half, Oshkosh has shot 18 for 31, good for 58%, and 7 for 14 from the three-point line. Meanwhile, for Rowan, they're 13 for 21. That's good for 62% in this second half. 4 for 6 from the three-point line. That's good for 67%. Those are great numbers. However, Rowan started out the second half 10 for 10. They've shot 3 for 11. Ever since that time frame, Oshkosh has really turned on the defensive pressure and getting it done as well on the offensive glass here in this second half, as Oshkosh has out-rebounded Rowan 17-8, including 7-0 in offensive rebounds, which has surely led to the Titans building out a lead as big as 17 here in this second half. 11 second chance points in this half alone for Oshkosh, while 0 for Rowan. Peterson will get set to inbound right in front of his own bench. Still have 18 seconds to work with on the shot clock. It's Cole Booth now with it. He draws the double team on the perimeter. Now gives it over to Plowman. Plowman gives it over to Mahoney in the corner. Mahoney Now feeds it over to Booth. Extra pass around the perimeter. They go back to Plowman. Now Peterson looks to drive, goes up, and they will say it's an offensive foul. Borchert went up for the layup, but they will say that Eric Peterson will get called for the offensive foul. His second, team's 7th. Mahoney will take a seat. Jonah Reinfleisch checks back in. 3:22 left here in game number 1 of our Sweet 16 doubleheader. 83-69. It's Connor Dickerson now with it. Dickerson takes a screen from Jazeer Knoll. Now looks to drive, goes up with the layup, can't get it to go. The rebound here to Oshkosh. Peterson tries to weave his way through the defense. Body's flying on the floor here. A whistle, we'll see what the call is. Does look like it's going to be a jump ball, possession arrow in favor of the Titans. After a short break, Will Mahoney will check right back in now for the Titans. .307 now left to go in this one. Titans looking to close out this wire-to-wire game that they have led so far tonight. So whistle, and it's going to be another timeout here going to Oshkosh. They will have 1 remaining. So they'll talk things over with .307 left to go here. It's 83-69. Again, a reminder, game number 2 will be a 7:45 p.m. tip-off here tonight between the hosts, the Mountain Union Purple Raiders and the North Park Vikings. Should be a great matchup there as Mountain Union looks for their first ever appearance in the Elite 8, while North Park is really one of the most storied programs in all of Division III basketball. They are 5-time national champions. That is the most in Division III history. They're looking for their first national championship run since 1987. Should be a great matchup. The winner of this game will face the winner of that game in the Elite 8 tomorrow. So Oshkosh will get set to inbound. This is now Plowman with it. Plowman draws the double team here once more. Now gives it over to Booth, over to Mahoney. Mahoney nearly has it stripped from behind. He drives, kicks out to Plowman, thought about the 3, instead gives it over to Booth. They're just trying to kill some clock here now. As Plowman will drive, gets to the rim, pump fakes, hesitates once more, nearly has it taken away now, fires up the shot late in the shot clock, can't get it to go. A rebound to Andrew Seeger. It's going to be a whistle, and we're going to have a foul, I do believe, going here on Levi Borchert. Borchert's 3rd, team's 8th. Andrew Seeger will head to the line now for a 1-and-1. .241 now left to go in this one. Still a 14-point Oshkosh lead. First free throw's up and good. 83-70. Seeger will get set here now for his 2nd free throw. That one's up, and that one rims out. So 1 for 2 from the line. A rebound there to Eric Peterson. Booth now with it. Gives it over to Peterson, who gives it over to Borchert as they break the press. And once again, we'll just wisely dribble out some clock as Borchert backs down in the post. Looks to go up for the layup. A whistle, and I believe it's going to be a foul on the floor. Foul's going on Connor Dickerson for his 3rd, team's 4th. They will indeed say it was a shooting foul, actually. Or no, they will change their mind once again. It will indeed be on the floor. So the ball be inbounded here by Mahoney. Gives it up to Booth. Booth now over to Peterson, now back over to Mahoney. Mahoney will look to drive into the paint. Picks up his dribble, kicks it back out to Peterson, nearly taken away by Ross. It's Plowman now with 7 on the shot clock. Needs to get something going here. Swings it over in the corner to Mahoney for the 3, and he knocked it down. Will Mahoney, have yourself a night. 20 points here tonight now for Mahoney off the bench. It's 86-70 is at the other end. Jazeer Knoll joins the 20-point club as he gets the layup to go. It's 86-72. It's Oshkosh coming the other way with it. It's Plowman who kicks it back out to Mahoney. Once again, the Titans just going to kill as much clock as possible. As Mahoney looks to drive past Knoll. Gets to the rim, picks up his dribble, now goes up with the layup and gets it to go. Will Mahoney makes it 88-72. As Mahoney is now 9 for 15 off that Oshkosh bench. The three at the other end is no good. A rebound to the Titans. They are just a minute and 15 seconds away from reappearing back in the Elite Eight once more. Again, Oshkosh 2019 national champions, 2018 national runners-up. As Mahoney will step into the open mid-range, can't get it to go. Rebound to Jazeer Knoll. And Oshkosh looks as though they will keep those hopes alive for another national championship as the rebound there to Eric Peterson. Rowan will not elect to foul just yet, as it does appear they might just let Oshkosh dribble out the clock. Mahoney weaves his way through the defense, gives it over to Plowman. Plowman wide open, will now take the three and knocks it down. Hunter Plowman, just the cherry on top here, makes it 91-72, the 16th three-pointer in this one. As a deep three at the other end from Damian Smith is no good. The rebound to Peterson, and Oshkosh is just going to dribble the clock out here. A wire-to-wire victory for Wisconsin-Oshkosh tonight. Rowan's season will end in defeat here in the Sweet 16, but Oshkosh heads back to the Elite Eight. Once more here, they will face the winner of Mount Union and North Park as the buzzer hits 0 and the Titans advance on to the Elite Eight by a final score of 91-72 here tonight. A dominant offensive performance for Oshkosh, as Wisconsin-Oshkosh shot 34 for 65 overall from the floor, good for 52%, and 16 for 29 from the three-point line. That's good for 55%. Rowan shot efficiently as well, 26 for 54, good for 48%, 7 for 19 from the three-point line. That's good for 37%. However, it was rebounding, especially in that second half, that proved to be a difference maker. 39 rebounds for Oshkosh compared to 27 for Rowan. 9 offensive rebounds as well for Oshkosh compared to 2 for the Profs. There's also great contributions from the bench here tonight for the Titans. They had 40 bench points compared to 12 for the Profs here this evening. As also, too, dominant down the paint, 36 points in the paint for Oshkosh this evening. It's just a great job overall. Titans come away victorious and advance on to the Elite Eight. Will Mahoney led all scorers with 22 points. As remember, stay tuned here. The 7:45 p.m. tip-off between Mount Union and North Park will get underway. The winner of that matchup will face the Titans. So stay tuned here as Oshkosh comes away victorious, 91-72.